8-year-old Macy Roberts says she has special permission to sit here.
I know Carter's around me.
This isn't her room.
Carter's room.
But this little chest
I keep the memory box right here.
is filled with memories of the boy who used to live here.
Yes. Whenever I'm in here and I start feeling sad or down about him, I can get a slip of paper back here. And I can write stuff about him.
3-year-old Carter Nolan Roberts unexpectedly got sick back in July of 2016.
We had pizza that night, and he got sick to his stomach shortly before the meal was over.
Not even 48 hours later, the boy couldn't hold up his head or use his right arm.
He was on the floor in a ball saying, "Mommy, help me, help me."
Carter's mom, Robin, took her son to the emergency room, but still, few answers as to what was wrong.
The first doctor we saw there in the emergency room looked at me and said, "You know, Mom, when kids get sick, they can get really tired."
By the next morning, Carter could not breathe on his own.
He would never come off that breathing tube again, at all.
This is video of Carter during one of many therapy sessions.
All right, we got to do some therapy, okay?
Carter was eventually intubated. Then came a diagnosis.
And it took just shy of 2 weeks for them to tell us definitively that he had acute flaccid myelitis, or AFM.
That is a rare polio-like illness that impacts the nervous system. It's not new, but numbers are rising.
There are outbreaks every year in late summer and early fall.
There is no cure and no definitive cause. Over 90% of those impacted are children.
That's the question. Why do some kids get this and others not?
Since 2014, the CDC has confirmed 430 cases of AFM throughout the U.S., with an additional 167 cases under investigation this year.
Carter has not been counted in the numbers.
Despite being diagnosed with AFM at 3 different hospitals, Carter's case remains under investigation.
I find it hard to believe that a 2.5-year lag is responsible for his case not being counted.
Not every case ends in death.
It's really hard to look at his clothes that are in there now,
But Carter's did on September 22nd of this year.
and as his numbers went down, I screamed for his sister to come in and hold his hand. And within a couple of minutes, the last thing he said to me is, "Mommy, I'm fine." And he closed his eyes.
Now, Carter hangs out in the family room.
I usually kiss my hand and kiss the urn.
You want green?
Macy even talks to him.
Whenever I come in here to work, I feel like he's right next to me. And he's telling me what to make.
Finding comfort in the narrative she's writing inside this tiny box
When he laughed at me when I tripped or fell.
of her brother's short story.
When he made traffic jams with his cars, he used to do that all the time.
Robin told me she met with the CDC last week with several other families impacted by AFM. She told me the CDC is now forming a task force to investigate the condition further. On its website, the CDC says it's looking for possible risk factors and causes, monitoring AFM activity nationwide, and updating possible treatment options. Also, the Virginia Department of Health sent a letter to clinicians earlier this month urging them to be on the lookout for AFM and report any suspected cases to their local health department. Working for you, I'm Melissa Hippolyte for CBS 6.